Traders, what's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? Welcome back to another live session. How are you guys doing on this fine, beautiful Thursday morning? It is currently 9:18 a.m. It's the 16th of May, 2024, and we are looking forward to another beautiful day. So, there's three stocks that I'm watching. Actually, before I get to the watch list, let me just quickly remember to say, for those of you tuning in on YouTube, remember the disclaimer. All right, remember the risk is real. The disclaimer is up on the screen right now. Just take a quick look, especially if you're a newer viewer, you're now tuning into the channel, maybe the first time. Guys, remember that day trading is risky business. All right, risky business indeed. And you got to be careful, and you got to take it easy. You got to take it slow. You don't want to be using a ton of money if you're not consistently hitting your marks, right? You want to utilize risk money, small share size, and even the simulators, right? The simulator is what I use to practice before being super aggressive, right? This way your tuition to the market is pretty low as you're going through the learning curve, all right? Just keep that in mind. Remember, the live streams and recaps are never a reason to try and copy trade. That just doesn't make any sense here. You got to learn the strategy. It takes months, more commonly years. And lastly, I don't invest for my subscribers. So what that means is that I'll never message you first, randomly for no reason. All right. So stay safe. A lot of fake accounts out there. But with that being said, now we can talk about the watch list. And there's a few that I am watching at right now. Is the audio good? The audio should be good. I think the audio should be good. It's looking good on my side. Double check. I think it should be good. So I'm watching at LSDI, looking pretty good. JDZG, which has pulled back a little bit. And there's GameStop still. That's been active. And then lastly, FFIE from yesterday, which still seems to be holding up. FFIE I do have here. This thing gave a pretty good move yesterday. I traded throughout the consolidation. I think I made like $200, then kind of went back to flat, made $200, then ended up finishing only up $60 on it. But I didn't trade the incline, so I traded this area here. The incline was pretty good for FFIE yesterday. For it to come back, yeah, I traded the consolidation here. So you definitely want to be trading the incline in this type of stock. But yeah, it wasn't bad. I mean, the dips were decent, right, for the most part. But it's one of those type of stocks where you have to have size to really, capitalize. And of course, being accurate with size. So I'm going to start off with LSDI here and then make my way. This will be my main watch list stock. Previous highs were around 225. The low of the most recent pullback, we've seen 178. Although I'll put this trend line up here around 185. In terms of the daily chart, we got the 200 EMA at 439. 200 EMA on the daily, 439. Looking back to see if there's any significant areas. Seeing March 14th, but the high there was just 194. We are above that level. Bit of a gap down. Other than that, going back to December of last year, we had 410. And that was a indecision candle with 4.3 million shares of volume. So 410, if this happens to be very aggressive today, it could be a level that could potentially be resistance. But yeah, other than that, the 200 EMA, which is at 439 for potential resistance. So there's some room to the upside here, but the stock, I always say this, that coming into the open, I actually prefer when a stock is at rest, meaning it's just going sideways and consolidating. When we're being aggressive like this, a lot of times we need to pull back first and maybe go sideways. But I mean, 10% of days, these stocks like this, they keep going straight up into the open. But we'll see what we get. We'll look forward to being reactive. If we need to wait a little bit, we'll do that. And then once it starts to open up. But I do want to pay attention to the lows a little bit more. I've been missing a lot of opportunities from the, let's say, the initial red to green point, because there's usually some sort of subtlety, right? Whether it's a bottoming wick candle, a hammer green candle, something like that, which really initiates the move when we're trending down. But yeah, that's LSDI. I'm going to go ahead and turn on my screen recording. So moving on to JDZG. This one's a mouthful to say. Right now it's up 54%, but we sold off tremendously. We had a high of 1097. So this type of stock here is the one that, in my experience, is more likely to go right away because it's already been consolidating at these lows. So we'll see how it does, but that's not guaranteed, of course, right? It still depends on if people are interested in it or not. So right now we got the VWAP area around 665. We're consolidating sideways here. Can we break through this consolidation and start an incline? It doesn't have to be straight up, but even if it's gradual, and we're uptrending nicely with pullbacks along the way, it could be good. And then hopefully a retest of the pre-market high. Even just that alone is already $4 a share, so looks decent. I think it's a recent IPO or a recent name change, one out of the two, because I'm not seeing the data on the daily chart. I'm not seeing the data. And as usual, I got a cold, and it's messing with me here. Gotta take a sip of water. So JDZG, we'll see how this one does. Again, the daily chart history not really showing a ton. For FFIE, let's see. I'm gonna clear the drawing set. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Okay, there we go. And I'm gonna map out the pre-market high, which was at 90 cents today. Is that 90 cents? No, 98 cents actually. All right, not bad. Yesterday's high was also 98 cents. Okay. Yeah, yesterday's high was 98 cents. Pre-market high is 98 cents. So we're seeing some resistance there. This stock does have some pretty huge range, and we're seeing it already. The low is about 70 cents. So we got to be careful with this one in terms of cutting our losses and not getting married to it, right? Once it's telling us it's weak in a certain area, right out. If it's strong again, we can always get back in. I don't want to get attached to that one and get blazed for a 10-cent drop, 15-cent drop. Could someone move this to alerts? Okay, yes, I will. I think I might have forgot to do that. I will. Copy text. Let's do that right now. All right. Yeah, so did I post it to the YouTube live stream? I don't know if I did, but I'll post it here. I don't think I did. Seb, I appreciate it. Good looking out. Okay, and that's a 2-minute warning. So FFIE over 98 cents will be key. Right now we're at 81. There might be some opportunities here. And we'll see how this does. GameStop is also still on watch. Games. I think Marcelo's been trading this one. Tim might have been trading this one as well. We've been seeing a lot of halts going down, but there's been some small opportunities for the bounces in there. Especially like this. where we're trending down consistently. The 1 minute candle makes a new high, it closes green, and we get a nice uptrend move. So small opportunities like that on GameStop. Perhaps there's something today, right? Maybe today can close green, hopefully, or at least small green. But yeah, I'll be watching LSDI into the open. LSDI. I do want to rotate as if stocks are not looking good. And today I'm going to try to do a little less talking, right? I need to pay attention to all my key indicators. So let's have some fun. Time to go racing once again. LSDI, what will it be coming into the open? I'll keep to small size, and I'm always interested in sizing up if something looks really good and it's moving well, but if not, I'll keep small size through and through. $20 seconds to the opening bell. 20 seconds. Another beautiful day. LSDI, JDZG. How well will we continue to hold up this level here around 12? Four, three, two, one. The halt down is at 97. JDZG halting up potentially. Can we get locked in? That could be good. This could be good for JDZG. Lighter volume move, but halting up. I think we will get locked in. This could provide a good opportunity on the resumption. On LSDI, on the other hand, halting down. It looks like it'll get locked in here too, and it is. So how's GameStop doing? How is FFIE doing? FFIE, a little red so far. Not too bad though. GameStop, we did have a big green candle there. We'll see if it's able to trend up some more. But definitely pretty volatile, it looks like. High of the current candle for GameStop is 34.75. The low is 34.11. High of days at 35. It's a little spready here. Well, we are seeing a small push through 35. Well, perhaps a rejection. Back down 56. A little bit of a doji candle, some indecision. It's showing about a 20-30 cent spread at times. Scratch trades, only $10. Small size though for GameStop. I haven't really sized up on it these last couple of days at all. Resumption will be at 35.44 for JDZG. Now, this is a $6 stock, on Monday, I think, or Tuesday. I don't even know. Monday? I think I used 1,600 shares on a $5 stock. I got blazed because the spreads were huge and, it was a little thin. So perhaps I think just 1,000 shares here, JDZG, not going to look to overdo it. What I can do is prep an order with bigger size in case, there's a good sequence and I want to, take a second, third trade of size. But yeah, I think 1,000 shares. That way we don't risk too much to start, and then if it's good, we can always be a little bit more aggressive. LSDI, on the other hand, not too sure about this one. I'm going to bring it over here. Being that it's halted down, right? Again, when these stocks are uptrending, sometimes you need that pullback. Let's change this to GME so I can at least see the tape here. Level 2. So I'm gonna prep, I don't know, 1,800 shares, big size, or maybe I do 1,500 big size, and then 1K. Or I even go down. I'll go down to 900 for the first trade. So 1,500 is still not, me being aggressive. So let's pull it up on the main screen. JDZG. But it needs to clear this VWAP. So it's halted in a decent area. We need to open up higher. If we do, we've cleared this level already. And can we push right through? Because we have seen some resistance here in pre-market. This is where the short sellers can get squeezed early if they're a little too aggressive in this range. Dash, Big Steve. You guys know what time it is, man. Today, we want the smoke. Smoke is my middle name today. 3544. About a minute to go. No fear, no hesitation. How is ASTS? I thought this one was a higher float. It seems like it's moving. Might be worth looking at the ASTS. Okay, resumption coming up. About 15 seconds on my side. Guys, don't forget the YouTube live stream is delayed. Alright, YouTube live stream is delayed. Here we go, a couple seconds. 660, what's it gonna be? 640. The volume seems like it's too light. I'm gonna switch away. ASTS, I'm gonna move on. The other one halted down again. Can we see more consistent volume in JDZG for me to get involved? If it holds over 50, I could try again. There's a seller, 12,000 shares, but I want to see more consistent volume there. ASTS, how are we doing? Over 50 was good. I'm not in. There's a halt at 93. The halt levels moved up to 22. Will we chase it down? It seems like the volume is still not as high as it could be. So far, I only noticed one trade, so it's trending up some more. We can pull it back up. I've noticed break of 50. That's about it.
IZEA.
Couple cents there. Jeez. A lot of people probably got caught on that. Come on. Come on. That was looking pretty decent to do that. And it's like nobody sold. It's like one print of red and then it's down like that. Unless that order was just a huge order. But the volume on this candlestick is not high. So which implies nobody was really selling. come on, that's not what we want to see. So switching over, I think the resumption down could give a bounce, but that's brutal. I could have easily tried to buy 90 again and got caught. So ASTS 49 for the 1 minute candle to make the new high. There is green printing here. Coming back down though. LSDI is worth watching for a bounce here for me as well. I'll do 1500 being that it's cheap. And then the lows are at 76, 4109 for resumption time. So there's about 2 minutes. ASTS, I'll watch 55 this time if it's more aggressive. But break of 50 on JDZG. I should have took it. I kind of looked at the other one because the volume is a little lighter. But I should have. I had no reason to not be aggressive there. It held 47. I could have been in 54, selling at 90 for like 40 cents. 900 shares. It'd have been a nice couple $100. 4109. So there's about a minute for LSDI. I'll pull it up. Some people might say Relentless. Why would you trade a halt down? Well, I honestly think that this thing can give a bounce. We did have a bit of a rejection candle on the 5. But I do think we can see a bounce before it continues lower. But I don't want to be overly aggressive if the first entry is just not there. If it's not there, no trades. If it's there, I'll take it, tight stop. We're at 76. I want to see it resume lower and flush down more. And then if it starts to base out, I'll look to be in. 10 seconds. LSDI, 10 seconds. Here we go, we're at 76. Oh my gosh. Okay. That halt down got me. Like I wasn't as aggressive as I could have been. It's close, so it's a little tricky. 5 cents. See, I'm not, but that right there tells me I'm not my usual aggression. I'm not as aggressive as my usual self. Because I probably would have still bought that in under a different con. But it makes sense. It might come down here to the halt down. It's fighting, but it's risky here. My one trade is came and went. Not going to be super aggressive here. Not unless the 1 minute candle makes a new high and closes above the previous candle. Then I take it more seriously. 42.17. Is that right? 43.17, I think. For the other one. JDZG. Yeah, 43.17. Not one I'm going to size down, though. I'm going to just come down to like 300 shares. The new candle is 15 seconds out. LSDI. This is where I start to get interested. We've been seeing a bottoming wick here for the second candle. Okay. I might miss the resumption on the other one. I want to see more aggression to the buy side here. It's churning a little bit. I'm going to give it a sec. DJ DJZG, whatever it is. It might be a 10-minute halt. Do not fail. Do not. Good. Can we see a retest of 80? It should. If it's good. Will we see it though is the question. I'm gonna still keep my stops tight. It's choppy, but it looks like it might happen. There's 77. I'll take the couple cents here. I'll take a couple cents. If we keep going, I'll try again. But I want to be careful of it rejecting 75.80 because it's showing some churn. Good bottoming wick for ASTS. But a tricky stock though. Perhaps I stay away from that one for now. Maybe 55. Maybe I wait for 55 area. Just a little disappointed that I did not take JDZG at 50. I called it out like, hey, if this thing starts to hold above 50, it held there for 3 seconds, which for how I trade is an eternity. You know, I should have already been in, racking in that nice 40-cent move to the halt up. And that's what this strategy is. You know, you gotta be fierce. You gotta be fierce. You gotta be, you know, once it's an opportunity that's familiar and looks good, you have to take it with confidence and accept the risk. And that's what this strategy is. You have to be a fierce warrior as you step up to the market. And then, you know, you consistently do that, and then you feel better about using more size. And before you know it, you're in 3,000 shares at 90, at 50, you know, 40-cent move. Well, hello, beautiful $1,800, right? That's what it is. But you have to accept the risk. I have to accept the risk. So let's see, is there any opportunities here? LSDI at the lows. JDZG resumption is coming up at 48.17. We got about 2 minutes. GME. Seems like it already gave one red to green. Perhaps this is red to green number 2 taking place right here. I'm a little late to that one. FFIE. I'd love to see FFIE closer to $1. In fact, break of 95 and 98 could be pretty interesting. This is definitely one to watch. Let's pull this up here. I think it's worth it. I'm gonna put LSDI here. ASTS I'm gonna ignore. Hopefully that's the right move, the right call. FFIE. I do need to see within the 100, so let's make that happen. This one could be good. The mistake I made yesterday is that I used way too much size too high. So that was a bit of a false breakout there. We got a wall at 95. JDZG resumption going lower. hidden sellers. That was a good attempt. Didn't quite go. I do want to trade it low as well, so I got to pay attention for dips here with tight stops. And I am going to utilize some market orders to go in. That way I'm not in super high. Because even on these stocks, there's a spread. It's all relative. The 5-minute candle still looks pretty healthy. Time. New 1-minute candles coming soon. We might see some pullback here. Good green, but stalling out a little bit. So we might just see some pullback here, but we'll see. Maybe it tries again. And when the green does come on the tape, it moves fast, so you gotta be quick. I'll have to be very fast here. But I really would love to see this go over $1. The halt up is at 106. LSDI halting up at 83 potentially. Will it get locked in? That could be good. Oh, that's a terrible fill. Didn't realize the spreads opened up that much. Assuming a scratch trade. LSDI I am interested in. Back back above 90, back over 2. We could see something there. Can we see more of a pullback on this one, FFIE? I'd love to see a bigger move down, if possible. If not, maybe it holds tight, and then I can try for the breakout again. There's another wall here. I wonder if it has what it takes to go up like 5 cents. 56, 18. for resumption. Random move up for JDZG. Come on, come on. Struggling. I really need size. So I'll have to adjust the other order entry here in a sec. Do we have what it takes? Do we have what it takes? 97. Do I hear 97? 98. There's sellers are at every turn. Let's see. What I want to see is like a 5 cent breakout. LS. Why is it doing this? Okay, there we go. Resumption. 56.18. There's about 18 seconds to that resumption. I am going to switch away to watch the resumption. I think it's going to be worth it. This other one here is definitely coming up to $1. Resumption, here we go. We're at 83. Son of a gun. Son of a gun, man. Brother. I'm gonna get caught in the halt down. Are you kidding me? Well, it depends on how low this opens. Hopefully it's sideways. And of course it's showing 55. Lovely. Okay, coming back to this other one. That was a sweet dip to 99. Can we see over 99? Hey, there we go. Oh, I should have took that with size. High fill. 110 for the halt up. I'd love to see a halt up here, if possible. I would expect there to be a lot of covering here too. Freaking halt down, man. I bought 85, or let's say I was trying to buy 84 actually. Here's the halt up for FFIE. Can we get locked in? I need to see it get locked in because if not, it becomes too extended here. Can we get locked in? It's trying. but the level's pushing a little higher. It's at 16. Shorts should be covering here, so I'd expect this thing to get locked in. Looks like it'll get locked in right here. Come on, climb, climb LSDI, climb. Can we see 670 resumption? FFIA. Freaking brutal. That's gonna put me red on that one. Well, we were on to a decent green day, right? And that's gonna wipe out the gains here. We'll see how it looks on the resumption. Well, we were green close to 600. That's probably gonna put us back to flat. But FFIE, it looks like the fun is now beginning. And we see a sweet resumption here. Resumption time for LSDI, by the way, is going to be 01. Is that right? 01, 49. Piece of crap, man. 84 starts to hold because we had a high of like 90 something, 98. 84 starts to hold on the bids. The moment I go long 84, not even a millisecond, we're at 74. No chance to sell, no chance to get out. It's halting down. Part of the deal. I have the sell order out, so wherever it resumes, it'll fill me. Focusing on FFIE resumption, which will be at 0404. Guys, be sure to hit that thumbs up if you're watching on YouTube. YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch. YouTube, Facebook. Although Twitch, I might as well stop streaming to Twitch because Twitch is in the depths. In the gallows. How far can FFIE go, I wonder? You know, let me double check the daily chart. Perhaps we can see a nice opportunity. Can we see, you know, 130 and then perhaps 150? I think 130 definitely possible. So here comes the resumption for LSDI. It looks like it's going to resume at 57. Let's see. And there's no resumption. Not good. Oh, 149? Yeah, there's no resumption. It looks like it might be 10 minutes. I hope it's 10 minutes. Nobody have time for that. Okay, FFIE 04 04. So there's about 2 minutes to this one. This thing is not even climbing. It's just showing 57 resumption. A little less than 2 minutes. FFIE. Actually, I have to reduce my size because it is getting a little bit more price. I mean, you know, it's still around $1, but there might be a little bit more range. I had 9,000 shares. Yes, that'll be fine. It should be all right. I can come down to like 7,500, 7,000, 3,500. That should be all right. Less than a minute for FFIE. It's showing lower. We're at 16. It's showing lower. if it opens up lower, I want to see more of a dip first and then a move up. But we'll see. Couple seconds. Here we go. We're at 16. What is it going to be?
FFIA.
No, that's not great. And that drop from 10 to 1 was very fast too. It's halting down 94. Come on, we could have at least seen 130 first, 140.
FFIA.
All this nonsense of this resumption LSDI, man. This is the one that has me out to dry. Hopefully it doesn't, like, resume like crazy 120, because we've seen that kind of thing before too. This is my third time, I think, this year getting caught in a halt down. The last time this happened, I was red 3,000 on that trade. That was a $10 stock though. GameStop, how are we doing? Resumption here is going to be at 0649. GameStop is doing all right. Moving up through the VWAP. GameStop is doing all right. We got less than a minute. If LSDI is 10 minutes, I'm hoping it is, because we don't want to be waiting here all day. Waiting patiently. At this rate, I'll be set to lose about 300, maybe more. 360, 400, somewhere there, depending on how low it opens. I don't think I'm interested in dips here. I think once I get out, I'll just leave it alone. Couple seconds. We're showing 57 and 84 in the bids. What is it going to be? All right, 50, I'm out. There's a halt down 42. Oh, that wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. That could have been worse. Thankfully for the small size, 1500, not too big on this type of price range. GameStop, a good bounce off of VWAP. I mean, this uptrend here has been good. Nice move. Good consolidation. Bottoming wicks. Nice move. So far, so good here as well. We'll see if this continues higher. My risk in that trade was 3 cents. I lost 30 cents. Perhaps too soon. Come on, GameStop. Can we see a push through 34? Unless it's not ready yet. I'll give it a couple seconds here. Maybe wait for mid high 80s. The last candle did end a little red. And of course I wait. It goes without me. Red. It's churning. Yeah, I'll wait. The dips might have been better here earlier. Topping wick candle there and coming back down for the breakout.
FFIA.
FFIE should give a good bounce at some point. Question is where. I'm long. Small stop. I want to see like 93 if possible. There's 92. Couple cents, couple cents, couple cents. 93. There's my target. I'll hold 500 for 94. There's 94. Can we see a halt up at this point if it goes crazy over 95? There's 97. What a crazy red to green. I took small size, only 3,500, but that's a good move. Makes you think back over one, but I don't know if that's gonna happen. But it was a crazy, crazy good bounce right there. Beating my expectations by 4 cents. Has to be instant. Because we could need a pullback here. The halt up is at 9. I mean, it's trading well so far. We need to see the halt up though at 10. It needs to get halted up at 10. And then I think if short sellers don't get squeezed again there, then something's wrong. But a halt up here would be great. There's 7. There's 8. There's 9. There's 10. Can we get locked in? There's big bids coming in. Well, there goes the short sellers. Oh, false halt. Man, that was close. That was close. Highs at 12. It's a high consolidation so far. Aggressive red to green from 86 to 106 after a ridiculous sell-off. Similar to how it moved yesterday, to be honest, in some areas. The halt up is at 13. I want to be careful here. Don't want to be overly aggressive. I still want to see the halt up if possible. I think that's our best chance to squeeze some more, perhaps a higher resumption, and then a retest and a break of 5-day at 120. So far, we're seeing a dip. Yeah, I was late to that. That's okay. I was late to that. I was late to that. You know, sometimes you're late, and that's all right. We'll see if it does come down some more. But for now, holding up and holding up fairly well. KB, where are those bulls? It's showing that it wants to go, but you know, we'll see. Back down to 2. I do want to be very careful about giving back profits. Perhaps I can size down. We did make back some of those losses that we just took. So perhaps sizing down a little bit is a wise thing to do here. Max size is going to just be 5K. Give ourselves some longevity and protect the gains. Come on, we need to see more volume here. But these, okay. I'm going to miss that. Sellers are coming in, but we're pushing through. But we're still in this churn, so do we need to come down a little bit more first? But I think over like 8, 9, it should give a good move. It more than likely should give a good move. Once we get to that level, 8, 9, 10, we should see like 14, hopefully. It's not guaranteed, of course. There's still risk. We can see 8 and then back down to 99. As we know, the risk is real. There's 8. There's 8 again. Come on. There's 9. There's 12. There's 13. And there's the move. There's the move. Can we keep going though? Over 13. Can we keep going? Can we see the halt up? Short sellers need to be covering here, or should be. I want to be careful of pullbacks, but it looks good so far. Hive day is at 20. We got to 18 right there. I gotta make up my mind quicker there. 10. This could be a little early. Can we see 15? There's 13. There's 14. Can we see over 14? Short sellers might be stuck here. Short sellers might just be stuck. Tight stops for me. It could flush down here, but I don't know. I'm gonna give it a shot. I'm gonna give it a shot. 9, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8 on the bids, 8 on the bids, 9 on the bids. Can we get back above 10? Can we see a push through 15? Or do we need more time? Probably should have held that position. Okay, coming down a bit. The last support was right here. What's it gonna do? It's gonna bounce. Didn't take that dip. The new 5-minute candle is 5 minutes out. So this candle's fairly young. It looks pretty bullish so far, despite this pullback, of course. So we'll see if it eventually gets back to 20. Didn't look like it was going to happen under that quick consolidation there. But I want to keep an eye. We held up 04 just now. Well, this is not bad for small size though. Like, you know, this cheaper stock, a lot of people are probably using like 20,000 shares, like base size, like in terms of the aggressive traders, right? And max like 50,000 shares. I mean, some people probably might go to like 80,000, 100,000. So I'm definitely taking it easy here. I could for sure be more aggressive, but you know, under the current circumstance, I think this is pretty fair. That was a good push. Oh, I got poor fills. Could have held that then. Come on. I must have got filled on the ass there. That was a good breakdown of one and getting right back above the level. So I got to be careful getting some poor fills here. That was a quick entry too. 706. Not quite. Low for low of the candle. Oh, 99, I think. I'm just gonna ease off and wait. Keep an eye. It's looking like it wants to continue, but it's having trouble here. That's why I kind of tried hide there just now. Am I red on something other than the other one? Thought I was up on something else. It's kind of interesting. FFIE is fighting right here. The volume has slowed down a little bit though versus 5-10 minutes ago. We'll see if the volume picks back up for a high of the attempt. It could also even be backside. It's worth mentioning. It's hard to say because it's a 5 minute chart still looks so good, but we've been seeing stocks selling off still. So I'm going to slice down some more. This way I can give myself even more longevity if it is to give a move up and minimize any losses. Big Steve, 10K size. Save, 125,000 shares. Jesus. This guy's insane. Dynamo, 20K size. Yeah, some people are using decent size. My biggest position on one of these cheaper stocks has only been, I think, I'm saying only, but for some people it's probably huge. Like, I think like 60 or 7, I think 76,000 shares. We'll see if this type of volume continues here. FFIE. So we got about 2 minutes left in this 5 minute candle. Again, this could be backside or this could be a nice pullback for us to try again. I want to pay attention to any dips that comes down quickly.
IZEA.
That could have been better. I wonder how the limit orders are filled on the ask. Like, is it the order of which it was received? Because sometimes I'm seeing a ton of orders there, but then I still put my order after and get a fill sometimes. Or maybe it also depends on the quantity. So I'm in pretty good there. 3, I'm out too early. Out too soon. Out too soon. Seller to 10. Can we break down this wall? There's even more. More sellers coming in on the ask. I think it looks good enough to retest the highs here. It might not be right now, but over time. That entry at that entry at 3 starts to look real good right now. A lot of scratch trades. I'm gonna beef up the size just a little bit. I think we're getting back into this good zone here. Seeing more volume. I think a bigger move is going to come. It's a lot of sellers to clear here, though. At every price point, we got like 1 million shares. Or let's say like 600,000 shares. This one maybe, okay, maybe less than that. Maybe like 200,000, let's say. 300,000. Does it want to go right through? Or does it want to wait a sec? Come on, give a bigger dip. Yeah, 03, that dip at 03, man. Really and truly came all the way up here. 24. The halt is at 27. I'd love to see the halt up if possible. That could really put us into a good situation. There's 25. 27. The halt is now at 29. Good that that candle closed green and strong. I don't know if we'll get the halt up. It's at 31 now. It's like pulling away a little too much, and we're not really keeping up with the level. I guess a pullback at this point would make more sense. Perhaps I'm too soon. Let's try again. I was aiming for 21 right there. We'll see if it keeps going. Sometimes we'll see more consolidation at the lows. We'll see if this one is right back up. Are we going to see right back up? A ton of green, but nothing. I'll try again, as there's bits coming in. It's right back up. It didn't really linger down there. High of the last candle. If I see 27, I'll be back in. Okay, it's coming down. Oh, because at that point, start thinking maybe it wants to retest the highs again and go right to 34. If it doesn't want to stop. I mean, we're still here, so I'll watch. I'll watch. We're still here. We're getting a bit of a flat top. The halt level is at 36, which is good. At least it gives us a little bit of a room in case it does break out. This 5-minute candle has 2 minutes left. I could have been more aggressive there at 18. another quick move back up. Well, we push through this flat top. I want to be careful of a false breakout though. Tight stops. The new candle is less than a minute on the 5. If we hold around 23, can we see this happen into the new candlestick on the 5? This will be a good area, a good time. This false breakout. False breakout. Man, missing that dip at 18, but not good. I'm a little skeptical. We'll see how it does here. I like that the halt level up is at 37. It gives us good room in case this thing does get serious. Like we can chase down that level. A very tight consolidation. We haven't seen anything in the last 10 minutes. Just kind of been around 18, 19, and 25 area. The move up or down could be violent. Which way is it gonna be? That's a high fill. Scratch trade. The fills are kind of lagging here. We could probably also see a breakdown and reclaim, but I don't know. We'll see. The volume is lower now, which is not bad for the bigger time frame still. But will we hold up? LSDI halting up, really? 11, 10. The halt down is at 6. It's hanging by a thread. What's it gonna be? There's 8. Okay, back to waiting. I mean, this is a good though. I mean, this could come right back up, but it's a little tricky. The halt down was just 3 cents away, but it's bouncing here, and it's a slow move. Sometimes these moves are the moves that comes right back up. But we'll see what it does. Tight stops for me as always. Brother. We thinned out all those sellers to not go. I might get back in here. We do have bids, but there seems like there's a hidden seller or something. Okay. This is good for the 5 minute candle. 5 minute chart. 1 minute chart coming back up as well. It's a tough trade to hold though at those lows of like 8, 7, 8, 9, 10. The halt level down is at 7 or 6. For sure don't want to get caught into a halt down, which could resume at like 3 and then immediately flush down to like 98. LSDI halted up. Is it even worth looking at? It's showing 70 resumption, which if it resumes at 70 is honestly impressive. It's showing 70, 58. It's fluctuating. 75. Ay, ay, ay. Jackson, the one green day, you're using small size. The main thing is to just be consistent with the game plan that you have. The market has a way of playing games with us. The market loves to play games. So we have to be disciplined on our side. $50 and 47 for LSDI. Do I want to take a small trade here? What's the volume? 300,000. Is it worth it? Is the question. Is this an A quality opportunity? I think the answer is no. Is there opportunity? There's always opportunity, but maybe it's like C class, you know? A weaker stock sold off, maybe some short sellers covering out of the blue here. Like, what's the odds that this really like is strong and keeps going back up to hive day and then pre-market highs? So I'll just be a spectator, and it looks like it's 10 minutes actually. I'll be a spectator on the sidelines. 10-minute halt. I'd need to be convinced to get involved there, which would mean a second halt straight up at the VWAP level or above the VWAP level. Then I might consider. And if that's the case, I'm not taking any dip trades. I'll just take breakouts because that last dip trade, man, got destroyed. Got destroyed. FFIE, I don't think it's finished yet. Save going crazy with the size, brother. Big boy size. 200,000 shares. My goodness. Now, this guy is an aggressive trader. On this type of stock, under the context that I'm doing well on the month, everything is going good. I still only see myself maybe 50,000 shares max, 200K shares, big boy size. But if we look at the level two, there's a lot of people who are like half a million shares, and 700. I don't think, did we see 700,000? Probably not. I think I saw half a million is the biggest order. 400,000. A lot of those we saw. Like 140,000. Saw a lot of those. But this type of stock is extremely liquid. FFIE. Especially for people who hold longer and accumulate shares. I mean, you could have gotten in 5-10 million shares probably over time. And this is a multi-day move. 5-minute candles attempting to make the new high here at 20. If the volume is high enough, it could be a place for me to get back involved. If not, don't want to be overly aggressive. A minute and some change to LSDI resumption. A minute and some change to LSDI resumption. Yeah, definitely interesting to see it, and good to see people close to us taking that size. So, it lets us know what we can do over time as we get more aggressive. Why is this order not going down? It's only 110,000. Try again. It's like they're adding to the selling. Okay, I'll try again. Yeah. That part that's interesting. I wonder if the brokers do allow that kind of thing. It's showing 120, the order's dropping, but then it goes back up. It goes back up. It got down like 5,000 and then it's just, nothing. LSDI resumed higher but dropped. It is curling up. Oh my gosh, so tricky. There's a seller at 40 at 85, 45,000. Didn't realize that right away. The halt down to 69. Not taking this dip. Not gonna try it. Can we see the bounce? Another seller. That one is going to the depths. We'll see if it sells off or holds up here. $60 loss. LSDI right there. Like it should be ripping here, and it's not. Come on. 75. We already proved that we're holding up the lows here, but still struggling. $67 lost. LSDI. Perhaps I leave it alone. Perhaps I leave it alone. The first trade I took was my fault. I didn't realize the seller was there actually. Overlooked it slightly. But maybe this is a good place to shut it down. Unless
If they
FFIE
sell to you,
can come back in form. This might be a good place to call it. Can we see something good tomorrow? A hot stock between, you know, $1 and $10. Or maybe between 1 and like 8. I mean, it doesn't even matter the price if the spreads are tight, but it seems like the spreads have not been tight these days, so maybe the cheaper the better. Save 500,000 share position. Now he has to get up there to 1 million shares. Hate these trades that's just losing against the spread because there's still a 1 cent spread. Broker trades in at 47 out of 80. Way to go. See, that's happening a lot. Where the green comes and it disappears quickly. Okay. I need to see something more dramatic then. I need to see something more dramatic here before I get in. Shares, though, it's a lot of shares. What I haven't looked at in a long time is those stocks where, like, it seems like there's infinite liquidity, where there's big bids and big asks at every single price point. I used to see a lot more of them in the past, but I think the way how my scanner is set up now is why I don't see any of them. I'm getting a little restless here. I want to see this move. If not, might just shut it down. The last thing I need to do is give back gains. Yeah, I'm thinking about walking away. I'm gonna walk away with this nice green day. We did give back a little off the top of those last couple of trades. We're gonna take this green and come back later, come back tomorrow. But so far the Schwab transition has been decent. We haven't had too much trouble with you know, lag and things like that. So we'll continue to of course see as we go. But so far so good. And we're hoping to see the platform, stay steady. Because these things of course are a bit of a concern for us at times, right? If the platform is terrible, then we have to consider looking for a new broker and so forth. So they already mentioned that they're working on getting the DAS integration set back up again, which is good news for all of us who do utilize DAS for executions regularly. That's good news. But yeah. So this might be a good place to call it. It's 11. I know the people who leave out after the first hour are probably already out of here. They're usually heading out around 10:30, taking the day in a different direction. So for everybody else who might go the distance, and I don't know, I probably will trade if I'm here, and I will be here. If FFIE keeps going, I don't mind watching. But the problem is I start to become a little restless here. Like I'm tired of standing up, and I need to become more, I need to kind of like become more relaxed. So I have to go kind of take a small break and then keep going. It'll become too casual for the live stream if I'm to do all that stuff and, like on camera. So the stream will come to an end. But if this thing breaks over highs, I'd go live in the Discord again and then, continue from there. But yeah, this is where I'm going to shut it down. If you're going till 4 p.m., continue to be disciplined, continue to be patient, continue to looking forward to those opportunities that you know and love. Stay safe, stay green. Shout out to Save for taking that big boy size. 200,000 shares. Pretty aggressive stuff. One of the day trading team house members getting aggressive. But yeah, take care, guys. Let me see if there's any quick questions. Nameless. We're back like we never left, man. We just gotta take it slow. Take it easy. More than anything else, like I just want to see proper momentum, really and truly. This stock, it's somewhat, it's let's not even say somewhat. For me, it's pretty linear how it's moving. The only thing really, like I could have done differently is just use more size. But a lot of the areas where it's flushing down, it's like I can see, okay, it's an extension here, and we might need that pullback right here in this area where we're breaking down as well. It's like, okay, this thing has been holding super tight for super long, and we know that it can give bigger drops. It's like, it's not that unexpected when we see this type of move down. Versus a stock like AWIN, okay, we got the uptrend, but throughout the move up, the bids are so thin, it discourages me from being super aggressive because, like every area we can drop down 20, 30 cents. I'm not putting out as much shares as I could. I'm not taking as many trades as I could. It just kind of throws off everything. And then on top of that, you get a few areas where you didn't hold long enough in the move. Just like that, it's a botch day. So when we get stocks like AWIN, where the bids are not just, teleporting down every second, then let the games begin, But you gotta just remain patient and just stay steady. The main thing is to just keep the losses small and not be overly aggressive. Because again, once the momentum is right, we know what to expect. But yeah, that's gonna do it. Stay safe, stay green. More shares after 250,000. 250,000 shares is me trading small size here, believe it or not. I know that sounds crazy, but I could have easily took the same exact trades with twice, 3, 4 times the size. But if you're here around this community long enough, you'll see that. Maybe you'll see it tomorrow, maybe you'll see it next week, right? It all depends on the momentum and the mental state of mind, right? We've been in a bit of a slump, so I haven't been pushing it. And I think we'll keep it that way for at least a couple days more. Heading into next week, we'll see what the momentum is talking about. But yeah, take care, stay safe, stay green. I'm out of here.